Here's the truth. People won't believe. Let that sink in. For many reasons. Because of their lifestyle. Because how their lives been. Understanding. I believe simply because of how my lifestyle is, how my life has been. I see God in my life to prevent me from things as well as to help me with things. There's so many questions along the way when you don't see. One question being, why me? Why can't I do those things? Why can't I just be? And I've learned the hard way within me being able to be and finding myself coming right back to Him. But I wanted to, try. It's like when you're a kid and you understand, but you still don't know for yourself. And when you find out, you come back crying. You were right. But you cry because you hurt. People that love you, they don't want you hurt. They try to show you, tell you, or make it so that you won't have to. But you say, why me? And then you start to see. You start to see the truth of this world. You start to figure it all out. Why am I here? Why am I trapped here? Why is no one thinking it's weird? Why is everyone hush hush about it? Why are they assassinating certain people when they speak of this? And then you start to see, and those answers are given. And you start to find yourself that person. You find yourself to be that person that they don't want. You. But this is not just the government, whoever they may be, or whoever they may be. You can call them the government, you can call them this, you can call them agents, but they're just people. And they're not just in those places. They're in your family. They're walking among you. They're the bullies. But they're also your friends. They're strangers. They're people on TV. Singers, they're rappers, they're dancers, they're teachers, there's lawyers, they're doctors, they're philosophers, they're priests. You don't have to have a special title for them because it's made up of people. In order for things to run, you have to have people, living people, to do the work. The building is as bad as the people and how they constructed it. But the building is just a building. And what goes on in this building is not because of the building. This is because the people that's in it. It's what they're doing. So you're just among them. You've always been. That's the true indifference. It's never been the difference in blood, the difference in skin color, difference in language. No. True indifference was the spirit. It's a delusion. Because things might not be what you think. Things might not be what you see. It's a delusion. You start to see the same in everyone on the surface. Everyone has a spirit. Everyone has a soul. That's the difference. But you don't have to wait to the end to be surprised, to believe. That'll be too late, because then you've already been used. You've already been lied to. You've already believed them. That's the whole point of it. For you to do the works of them, for you to speak like them, walk like them, talk like them. Many are called, but few are chosen. So just because you're called does not mean you're chosen. You receive the call. Are you going to agree to it? Or are you going to deny it? And whatever that call said, whatever that call meant, you still have to agree to it. Alizé, open up. Let me in. Are you going to let him in? Few are chosen. Now you have to do whatever you have to do. You still have to make it. You still have to keep going. You still have to do the work. And it isn't easy, it's heavy. The hardest battles go to the strongest soldiers. Not necessarily because someone's picking you. No, because you're conquering through. The more you succeed, the more harsh it gets. The more dark it gets, the more you see. And you have to be ready. You have this whole big world. And as a kid, you realize that family ain't it. Really, that's just a prep for what's to come, because the world is against you. There's people that aren't with you, never knew you, but just against you because of who you are. They don't even know you. These people in your home knows you and is against you. At least you can understand that. You have a reason on why. Like, okay, this person don't like me because they actually see me, even though they don't know you. See? When you try to shut someone out, you're trying to prevent yourself from seeing them, from knowing them, from them showing themselves. Even though you're in the same home as them, you lock them up, you punish them. When there's celebrations, you don't allow them to come. They're not invited. They're upstairs in the attic while you're celebrating every holiday. So these people in your home have seen you, but did they ever choose to know you? No. But they still hate you. They might as well be the ones outside of your home. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. They did not know God. They did not choose to. But before you knew God, you knew you. And I'm in you and you in me. So when you read that, you start to see, wait a second. I understand that. Not as an outsider, but as someone sitting at the same table as you. Someone that's drinking the same drink as you. Eating the same food as you. Someone that has walked the same walk as you. I see it in me. These things tell no lie. I see the ones that choose me after you had hard labor, after you've been told what to do, commanded, been fed by those shepherds, I bet you are tired, exhausted, upset, angry, to only get home and to choose me, to choose God, to listen to his commandments, for him to feed you, for you to open this book that tells you the things of this world that you may be doing, that you're not perfect in. This book that tells you everything against what they tell you. Now he sees who's up for it, who can. Because this ain't nothing. This is just you choosing. Understanding. It's never going to be easy. It was always going to be heavy. Some people have choices, whereas others don't. Vice versa. My story is not to tell everyone's story, because everyone has their own. And hopefully you can tell your own. Tell your own story. And that's what I'm doing. I'm telling my story, and it's for whoever the shoe fits, then they'll wear it. But if it doesn't fit, then don't force it. If it doesn't fit, then move on then. I did not have a choice, because I am who I am. The depths of me, I can't change that part of me, because that part of me makes me me. My soul. My spirit can change. It's up and down. It can be crushed. It can be brought up again. But my soul in the depths of me, that keeps all record of everything, and I on the surface can't see. I on the surface can't remember these things. It's just there with me. There you are. That's the alley, I know. And I said, yeah, I know. The depths of my soul. My eyes are the windows. That's where I find me. That's where I look to see me. My eyes tell me everything, but my mind tells me different things, or my body feels different ways. But I know who I am. I know how I want to feel. I know how I should be feeling. It's brutal, but it's the truth. I didn't have a choice to be who I am. And growing up, they make it seem like it's a bad thing. You don't have anyone to be there to confirm that what you know, who you are, is who you're meant to be. You're exactly who you're supposed to be, Allie. It's just you, which, again, it should be. Now that I'm older and I'm wiser, I help me. I confirm it for myself, like, you were right the whole time. God was right to do everything that he did to me and put me through, because it got me to be who I am. It got me to have so much understanding. It got me to be able to have my own arm holding me. As in, no one has to teach me. You know these things. To have no other person you can credit but him, but me, right? You would only be able to credit God in this. Like, God did this. God made sure that I was going to be the one to avenge myself. Because that's all that you see. Because that's all that you know. No one else was there. No one else pulled you out of that. No one else saved you. No one else did. You had to be that person for yourself. And who gave you that strength? You made it through the pits of hell. There's many. And you're still going. Where do you get all that from? Because it ain't easy. Even being broken and crushed in spirit, and not being able to control it, I still conquered through it. I still had to make decisions that my heart didn't like. But I had no choice, because these people have become enemies to me. Without me making that decision, it was taken from me. I can love these people. You see that they're giving you no choice. You see that they're asking for it without actually verbally asking for it. They're showing you. You have to trust the actions, don't you? Because talk can just be just talk. But when people start to show you their fruits, it hurts, but you have to accept it. And that trial, that alone is heavy. Because you're going against everything that you've known, everything that you see. You're going against blood. You're going against all that you have in the flesh. How could that ever be easy? It was never going to be. But you have to realize that you're an individual, a selfish being within themselves. They have a right to. You have to do what's best for you. Though you have the biggest heart, though that is not you, you have to open your eyes. You have to see the darkness. You have to see. I know it's heavy, but look at the truth. Look at what they're showing you. Look at how you're feeling because of it. Look at what it's making you. You cannot lie in this darkness, in this pit. You cannot. You're lost, Allie. You will continue to be lost if you don't leave from this place. And if you don't make the decision, I will for you. So people make these decisions for you. And I say, okay. I knew I had to. But I needed someone to give me no choice. And that's the truth. So everything that has happened throughout the years, I know it's what was needed. So there's never been any remorse, hate. I've understood everything. I understood it, some things while it was going on, but I didn't want to accept it. I didn't want to accept what I was seeing. That was the hard part for me. It wasn't a fear of being alone. I've always been alone. Always. He has brought me through that for me to never get used to it, but to know what it feels like to not be afraid of it at a young age. So this was never a fear of being alone. This was, I'm just heartbroken. My heart is crushed because someone that you think seemed to be always for you is the one that's closest to you. This person betrayed me behind my back and never came to face me. There was no understanding in their eyes. There was no mercy. Could not do anything about it. I didn't have a decision in it, but it was the best decision for me. And in the flesh, it broke my heart. But in the spirit, it set me free.